rocks. I want to talk to you about what I like to call the world's geological revolution. What do I mean by that? I mean we're on the verge of converting from fossil fuels to green energy. The geological revolution is a conversion from what we mine for energy. To start, I want to note that climate change is possibly the #1 issue facing the world today. And we have to transition now. But as we try and transition, it's essential that we also look at the damages caused by this necessary transition. All energy is dependent on mining. Hopefully by now, we all know that fossil fuels are detrimental to the environment and climate. Fossil fuels are not only damaging when burned, but also when mined. Mining is inherently destructive, but it is necessary to the world we live in today. We mine approximately 61 billion tons of material from the Earth every year, and we still can't keep up with the rapidly growing demand. Mining puts greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, pollutes surrounding areas, is harmful to humans, and destroys beautiful places. Wind, solar, geothermal, and hydroelectric energy are a massive improvement over fossil fuels. And that's generally because they're generally speaking, they're renewable. But they're also dependent on mining. Rare earth minerals such as copper and other elements such as silicon and lithium are essential, not to mention the vast amounts of steel and aluminum needed. Every Tesla, solar panel, or wind turbine wouldn't work without these materials for their design. But most importantly, lithium. Lithium is the most efficient way to store electric current. It's a battery. It's the best battery we have. And it's the chosen battery for renewable energy. A solar panel isn't useful if you can't use it on a cloudy day. And it's not always windy. So we need batteries as a way to store electric current from green energy. Last June, I went on a trip to Bolivia, one of the world's largest producers of lithium. I got to see firsthand the beauty of the Andes, and I got to live with an amazing family. The trip was centered around sustainability in the Andes. The photo you're seeing is of me looking very serious with the Andes behind me. But water had become a major issue in the community we visited. Mining, such as lithium mining, had drained the freshwater supply. And thinking of an upscaled version of this, when 10 times as much lithium is needed to support the world, we have to consider the environmental effects of this new lithium mining. If we forge ahead without thinking of the damages we might leave in our wake, we're only going to... Most of the world's lithium is found in the Andes, underneath its large salt flats. 50, some even saying 60%, is found in just Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina. Here, lithium is mined by drilling through layers and layers of salt and brine to get to the lithium-rich silt below. That lithium-rich silt then has to go through an extensive cleaning and processing phase to become a viable product. It's that cleaning and processing phase that's so damaging to the environment. And like all industrial processes, it puts greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. The conversion from mining fossil fuels to mining lithium is underway. According to McKinsey & Co., the demand for lithium is increasing by 20% per year. However, the demand for fossil fuels is still increasing at the steady rate as it has for a long time. And that's because it's still the #1 energy source for the world. But there's hope. Green energy is on the rise. According to the UN, already 29% of the world's energy is green. And as you see in the graph behind me, which shows the predicted increase in demand for lithium over the next 20 years, by the year 2040, we will need more than twice as much lithium as we have the ability to produce. The lithium industry produces 1.3 million tons of CO2 every year. And if we're going to continue mining lithium, we have to adopt safe practices and a general consideration for the environment. There's no right way to go about mining lithium, but there are some steps we can take to minimize the damages. Of course, continued innovation will help, but things such as legislation around protecting environments is key. And recycling. It's predicted that up to 95% of lithium could be reclaimed, while right now only 5% ever actually make it to a recycling facility. And that leads to 1.3 to 2 million tons of waste every year. And that waste is toxic and can spontaneously combust, as you may have heard from when they tell you not to put lithium batteries in your checked luggage. That's why it's essential that when lithium is at the end of its lifespan, it's properly disposed of and then recycled. It's not actually that hard to recycle lithium. The main challenge is getting lithium to recycling facilities because they're often inconveniently located and it's more expensive. It's more expensive to recycle lithium than it is to mine new lithium, making it undesirable for big businesses. Overall, we have to improve our waste disposal practices as a way to minimize the damages of lithium. Lithium is here to stay, and as technology improves, more and more batteries will be needed. And our number one priority right now has to be the transition to green energy. But as we undertake this massive task, we can't forget the environmental impacts of lithium. Thank you, and have a great day.